It's Greg Powers with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I'm out here at Prosper High School joined by Connor Carty. Man, the blow-up's been really cool for you to watch, just all these offers coming in left and right, but none of that would happen without the success that you guys have enjoyed here at Prosper High School. So kind of walk us through last season, how you played, how the team played, and kind of give us a glimpse into 2024 because now you're the senior leader here on this team and people are looking up to you.
Yeah, I think, we had a really special group last year. One of the best groups we've had here at Prosper. We had a bunch of talent throughout the whole entire O-line. I think one thing that we kind of all stood by was, our size and our ability to be able to move athletically, which kind of helped us throughout the whole entire season and kind of dominate overall. I think going into this season, I think we're kind of the same way up front, just a little bit younger, but I think that our guys are just up to the task as they were last year, and I think we're going to roll just again like we did last year.
I saw you out here. It's actually competition day here at Prosper High School. It's Thursday, which you guys go through little mat drills and have some fun competing. Looked like you were taking ownership of that, being a senior guy. Is that something that you're excited about, to be able to help mentor some of the young players coming up in this program and kind of take them under your wing? Because it's not only on the offensive line, you've got new guys coming into the team at all positions.
Absolutely, I think that's super important. As I had leaders that kind of got me to where I am today. There's that have graduated, and I looked up to a bunch of guys. So I understand how important it is to mentor and kind of lead the younger guys, and specifically for my competition team and everybody else in the program. I kind of try to lead by example and kind of show everybody how things should be done and be successful.
Kind of talk about your strengths as a player. I can't remember off the top of my head how many offers it is, but I know it's a lot. What are your strengths as a player, and why have these colleges identified you as one of the top guys, I would say, in the entire country?
Yeah, I would say, it's really important to be able to move well at a big size. I think that's one of the really good things about me is that I'm really athletic for my size at 6'5", 290. I think that goes a long way, as well as, on film, I'm really powerful with my hands. I got big hands, so that kind of is good for pancaking and being the physical aspect of the game. It helps a lot with the big punch. So
anybody you look up to, pat on your game after, is there a lineman in college, NFL that you can point to and say, hey, that could be me one day?
Yeah, Zach Martin from the Cowboys is
nice.
Probably who I look up to most. A lot of coaches know that throughout they ask me the same question, and that's kind of what I tell them, just based off of, who he is as a person and, how successful he is. And we're kind of in the same role when it comes to offensive line, playing right guard. So that's kind of who I look up to, and, he's probably the best offensive guard in the NFL. So
Connor recently came out with a top 12 list. You can see that list in the article that you're reading right now, or watching if you're watching this video, to get the full list of all 12 of those schools. But I'm going to concentrate more solely on some of the schools that you had the most recent chance to take a trip to. I'm just going to start in Texas and then work my way out from there. Austin, Texas, you were able to go down there for junior day to see the Longhorns. What was that program like, and why would that be a realistic fit for you?
Obviously there's not much more to say than, it's UT, it's Texas. Super special place. I think, they showed a lot of love when I went down there. That's when I picked up the offer. I think me and Coach Gatewood have had a great relationship so far, and we talk often, and I think Coach Flood as well. I think I could definitely see myself going there in the future, staying closer to home, but there's also other schools out there as well.
Of course, you have at least a little bit of a connection down there in Jake Majors. I'm sure he was pitching you on why you should come to UT.
Yeah, he actually came down here over Christmas break, and we had a good about 30-minute conversation on why he liked Texas and all kinds of things like that, which kind of helps me kind of get a better understanding of Texas and kind of figure things out.
Texas A&M, another school that you had a chance to go visit. I always like to ask this right now because there's been a coaching staff change. What was your perceptions of the new coaching staff down there? It seems like there's a lot of really good momentum going, and the prospects are feeling comfortable there and like them. As a matter of fact, they've pulled in a few big commitments here recently from, Kelvion Riggins at Forney and Tiger Ryden at DeSoto. So it seems like they're starting to hit on all cylinders.
Yeah, I think I think they're going to have a bunch of success in the future. I think I like what Coach Elko is focused on and what his morals and values are for the program. And I think Coach Cushing at the offensive line coach, he's definitely knowledgeable and he's super passionate about what he's doing. When I got to go down there and I spent the day at the junior day, we went over a lot of stuff, and not just as a group but more personally. There was only like 7 of us there, so it was really informational, and I got to learn a lot when I went down there.
Now this one's quite a bit further from home, and not a lot of people probably know too much about Penn State, but you had a chance to go out there and look at it with your own 2 eyes and assess it. Why is Penn State a school that was interesting enough to you that you wanted to travel so far away from home to get a closer look?
Yeah, I think it's important for me to kind of look at all my options and kind of figure out in different parts of the U.S. Like what it's like to see, like, I guess, a different side.
Yeah.
But I think that when I went there, it was also another great experience. There wasn't too many guys there, and I got a lot of information out of it that I didn't know. I'm a super big fan of Coach Troutwine. I think he's a super knowledgeable coach, and I think he's really passionate as well, and he definitely knows what he's doing. As Penn State's been known for offensive linemen going to the NFL and things like that for the past couple of years, and I think they're going to keep being successful, and I'm a huge fan of James Franklin as well.
Top 12 list came out. Like an indicator to me is like, all right, top schools list comes out. Starting to think about maybe decision around the corner, or decision could come at some point in the future. What's next for you? Do you have any visits that you have to go on this spring before you kind of like try to cement or finalize anything? What schools do you want to see, and when might you possibly think about making a decision?
Yeah, so I think first off, I'm kind of focused on getting the visits lined up with like the 3 different schools that I haven't been to yet, which is USC, Missouri, and LSU. I think that those are going to be important for me to stop at this spring and kind of get a feel for those, as they're in my top 12, but I haven't been there before. But obviously the Texas schools are still super easy to get to, like with like a day trip or something like that, and kind of go down and see those spring ball practices as well is going to be good too.
It's Connor Carty out here, one of the top offensive linemen in the country at Prosper High School in Prosper, Texas. Connor, thanks for the time. Good luck as you go through that decision-making process, but of course, even more good luck for trying to hunt that state championship ring out here at Prosper next year in 2024.
I appreciate it. Thank you.